teams on opposite ends of the standings collide and meet head-on, skating into Ice Castle Arena. AA hockey between the North Hills Indians and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars on JRM Sports in partnership with Tenband TV. We welcome you inside the rink. Austin Bechtold, Nathan Breisinger, alongside for the third week of our PIHL hockey coverage here, JRM Sports and Tenband TV. It's been a tale of two different seasons for North Hills and Thomas Jefferson. The Jaguars, a very successful season at that. First place in AA. North Hills still looking for a point.
Absolutely. North Hills moving up from single A last year to AA, and it's been a transitional year. And the last time these two teams met, it didn't go so smoothly for the Indians. TJ coming away with a 12-0 win up at third place. So TJ back on home ice tonight, looking to continue things on a 5-game winning streak, but North Hills is looking to give them a challenge tonight and hoping for the upset bid.
Yeah, it was a blowout in that first matchup. Thomas Jefferson is missing a couple of defenders on the blue line and also a couple forwards as well. But the Jaguars are tied for first place with South Fayette in the AA standings, looking to try to continue to grow that lead and continue to try to separate themselves from South Fayette, a team that's been solid, productive all season long. It's been North Hills, the team that's been trying to find an edge, trying to get something going. It's a team that does not have as many experienced players, and the move up from single A to AA has not paid dividends just yet.
Yeah, it hurt them, and last year they were a team that was looking to make a Penn's Cup run. They didn't. They got upset in the quarterfinals, and now there's a lot of younger guys on this team that are looking to rise up to the challenge tonight against Thomas Jefferson.
So as we take a look at the PIHL AA standings, it's Thomas Jefferson at 12-2 overall, South Fayette at 11-1-2. Greater Latrobe is 11-4 at 22 points. See those top two teams with 24. North Hills, 0-13, unfortunately. No points. 6 points behind Armstrong for second to last place. A couple other teams that we've seen earlier this year. Fox Chapel, team that we saw put up a really good performance as well earlier on this year, and a couple more that we'll see on there later on in the schedule. Excited to continue rolling with these hockey broadcasts here. We'll be back to preview more of the matchup here on JRM Sports.
At Kenny Ross, we've always served our neighbors by offering the best value on new Ford models. This month, lease a 2023 Ford F-150 STX 4x4 Super Cab for $379 per month for 36 months. Nobody beats a Kenny Ross deal. KennyRossFordSouth.com.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
If you accept credit payments with anyone other than eServices Payment Technology, you are paying too much. At eServices Technology, we redefine convenience and security with our cutting-edge merchant payment processing. Whether you're a small business or large corporation, switch to a more accurate and efficient payment processing tool. Trust eServices for secure transactions that redefine the future of payments and can beat your current rates. Visit us at eservicestech.com, conveniently located near Baldwin High School.
After being sidelined with a shoulder injury, 2 minutes in the box isn't so bad. Now get back out there. With AHN Sports Medicine, you're ready for what's next. Your body's rehabbed and recovered. Your legs primed to outski your defender. Your technical skills perfected. And just like that, you're back. Oh yeah, you're back. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
The following is a presentation of the JRM Sports Network.
Nate, let's get into it. It might be an uphill battle, but first, what does the North Hills Indians have to do to secure a victory? And for Thomas Jefferson to try to continue on in first.
For the Indians, they have to be responsible, especially defensively against this team. You cannot let them take advantage of you and no defensive breakdowns. And then also, they got to play with pride. That was something head coach Jeremy Swegman said that this team needs to come out and play with. They really got rocked at their place 12-0, and they really need to turn this thing around this season and come up with a big, at least, effort against the Jaguars. And then for TJ, it's keep it simple. Again, they're without some of their top defensemen and Brian Spencer and Schliebner. They need to keep it simple in the defensive zone and just get pucks off the glass. And then they also need to stay disciplined. 5 penalties last game against Armstrong. Armstrong scored on 3 of those and made it a tied game 4-4 late. So they cannot let that happen, or else the Indians are going to be right with them.
It's Aiden Doherty, the senior goalie, getting the start for Thomas Jefferson. He's 5-1 on the season with a .225 goals against average and a .900 save percentage. He replaces Ronnie Porupski. So Porupski was supposed to start today, but is under the weather. And maybe that just has something to do with that a week ago it was like 7 degrees, and today it was 57 degrees. For head coach John Zeiler, former NHL player, TJ grad, 3rd season, was won 3 Penn's Cups at Thomas Jefferson. Got a chance to talk to him earlier today for his TJ Jaguars as we take a look at the starting lineups for Thomas Jefferson. Ryder McGurk, the senior forward. It's a senior starting line with McGurk, Andrew Oliver, and Jake Stock. Stock, 13 goals. Oliver, 15 goals. McGurk, 5 goals on the season. A prolific amount of scores on that top line with Connor McCann, Jake Simon, the deep pairings for Aiden Doherty. Now on the other side for the North Hills Indians, still looking for that first point of the year. It's Andrew Nazak, 86, the senior forward on the left wing for Jonathan Drosky, the sophomore center. Dylan Kobar wears number 60 and a junior forward with Joey Spivak, Thomas Rouse, AJ Urbanik, the senior goalie. Urbanik 0-6 on the year with a 608 goals against average and an .831 save percentage. Jeremy Swegman's in his 6th year at North Hills. He's been coaching for a long time, 15 plus years overall as a hockey coach for the Indians. 11th place, Thomas Jefferson in 1st.
And for North Hills, only 4 seniors on their team compared to a lot more for Thomas Jefferson as you talk about that starting line full of seniors. And North Hills only returned 8 players from last year, so a big difference from what they had a year ago. 154 points of production graduated from this Indians program.
That's a crazy amount. How about on the other side for Thomas Jefferson? 3 players on the team are tied with 18 points. Ryder McGurk, as well as Nick Best and Scott Allen. But Stock leads the team with 30. Andrew Oliver's got 29. Ryan Gallus has 10. The points are spread all around for this team. And when you look at the top point getters on the other side for North Hills, there's just not as much there. You look at Nazak with 11 total points on the season. Trosky's only got 9. Spivak with 7. Chris Musher with 9. You could tell there's an obvious statistical difference between these two teams. And a big part of that is because of the 12-0 defeat that North Hills had to Thomas Jefferson earlier on this season, and we alluded to earlier. That was played at RMU, a 12-0 victory for the Jaguars. That coming a long time ago, Monday, November 13th.
And 9 players scored in that game for Thomas Jefferson, with Stock recording a hat trick. So, again, this team is very deep for Thomas Jefferson, and that's what's so difficult about them, is they have so many players that can beat you, and that top line of all-stars, then you got the depth production as well. And this team just overall, not only do they have the skill and the talent, they play with effort, but also they have a swagger to them. And that was something Jeremy Swegman alluded to and commended this TJ program that they have. They just play with the swagger, and they know they can beat you. They have this confidence, this aura to them that's so difficult to play against.
Both teams ready at center ice. Drop the puck, and we're underway here at Ice Castle. The Jaguars battling it out here at home against North Hills. Bounce off the boards towards Oliver. Oliver dumps it in. Goes right past the cage. Is played there by the captain, Joey Spivak. Spivak, senior defenseman, an all-star this year, 7 points on the season. Oliver tries to tip it ahead. But instead, the Indians bring it up off the boards and dumped into the Thomas Jefferson zone where McCann goes after it. Trosky tries to pressure there. It's tipped ahead past Spivak. And back down to the Thomas Jefferson end again for McCann.
Yeah, there's Connor McCann, the senior defender for TJ. We saw him a lot when they played Fox Chapel, and he's going to be a guy that's going to be counted on a lot with Spencer and Schliebner out tonight.
Back to center, it's Dylan Koba. He dumps it back in and goes over to the bench for a change. Up the ice, Nick Best. Best an all-star. 3 power play goals on the season in his 5. An offside call.
Yeah, Scott Allen just a step ahead as Nick Best trying to weave through the neutral zone. Couldn't drag the foot. And Best, he was the guy the last time we had this team on the call, scored the overtime winner against the Foxes.
He leads his team for all defensemen in goals, assists, and points. 5 goals, 13 assists, 18 points.
And he's riding a 12-game point streak at that, too.
Weiss's shot, first one on goal. Saved well by Urbanek. Poked aside towards the far side boards. Trying to jam it down low to connect to Scott Allen. Now up to Best. Best at the blue line. Best skates in. Looks for a shot lane and save made. Oh, almost through the blue paint and a chance there for Thomas Jefferson. Second chance at the rebound and the wraparound for Allen. Allen with it off the boards to Best. Best back to Allen. Scott Allen, his wrister's blocked. Still got the puck though. Allen around the cage. Allen still has it all the way around. TJ able to keep it. It's Polio that dumps it back in, but back out the center.
Yeah, not a ton of aggression there from North Hills, letting TJ sort of play with it quite easily in that offensive zone on that possession.
Best shot went high off the glass. Grayson Lang had it, but back to the Jaguars, and here comes Best again. Best up the left side wing. Best centers in front. What a good opportunity for the Jaguars. Cameron Lorenzi cannot get a shot on goal. All the way back down for icing.
And there's Best again, leading the offensive rush. Taking his time going into the zone, but quickly sends it towards the net and well defended by the Indians.
Best goes off to the bench. It is a deep team for North Hills. Not a lot of empty spaces on the bench, so it's not like the numbers have been an issue.
Yeah, it's just been more of a difficulty trying to rise to the skill level and the engagement from other teams so far this year for North Hills back into Double-A.
McCann skates with it. Salopek. Kept in by the Jaguars. Lorenzi with the puck trying to weave through defenders. Has it on the far side boards. Takes a hit there. It's taken by North Hills. We really haven't seen North Hills with any good puck possession yet. And an opportunity in the Jaguars' end.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy when you can match up that top unit for TJ against what's North Hills' best unit. I mean, it's pretty even, and then from there, TJ has that mismatch for sure.
Cooper and Kiger poked at the puck, but instead it's Salopek. Salopek's shot is directed wide by Urbanek. Flume goes after it. Lorenzi as well, giving chase. Lorenzi has it. Lorenzi to Flume, back to Lorenzi. Has McCann at the blue line. Big hit by Flume on Cooper. And poked ahead. Towards the far side. Nicholas Pacola tries to send it back out the center. He's got it and chips it ahead to Cooper, but taken away by the Jaguars. Here comes Stock. Jake Stock tried to drop it back for Ryder McGurk, but instead it's Oliver sending it back in. Stock has to get back on side and does. Stock able to keep it in. McGurk there as well, and the puck goes out of play. .12:59 remaining here in the first period of play, and North Hills still does not have a shot on goal.
No, they do not, and it's really, there hasn't been much speed either exiting the zone. A lot of guys flat-footed, really not trying to stretch the defense either, so it's been easy picking so far for TJ to keep that puck in for the most part.
Stock give chase with Spivak. Oliver with a shot to stand on it. It's Stock, back out Best. Best skates in. Got played off the puck. Down low, good pass to Oliver, but not able to connect with Stock there. McGurk's shot gets blocked. And chasing it all the way back out the center. Trotsky, Koba both missed it. It's Rouse that plays it across. Now Spivak. Spivak carries it in. Ships it behind the net and goes right after it. Now played by the Jaguars.
See Spivak in there, getting all the way around the net, sort of setting the tone, and that's the type of kid he is. He's the captain for these Indians, and he's going to be a guy that's going to lead by example, get into dirty areas, and go to work for this Indians team.
Played up by Ryder McGurk. McGurk with Stock and Oliver. Stock chips it ahead towards Oliver. Now McGurk. McGurk to Oliver, and just not able to connect. Oliver, though, works the puck over to Stock. Now Poyo at the blue line. Keeps it into McGurk, but knocked away by Koba. Oliver's shot deflected off the net. Stock tries to keep it. Stock dumps it, but cleared all the way back down by North Hills. And what will be icing. A player for the Jaguars went down right near the North Hills bench as well. That was Stock.
Well, that's what North Hills kind of needed at that point, just to clear it out and ice it, get some fresh troops on there. But you know, that odd angled shot trying to catch Urbanic. Yeah, it went
off the post.
No, off of his
off the mask.
Off the mask, yeah. Off the gobbler that hangs down from the match. You could hear it
made an odd sound.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Would have been either faintly off the post or off the mask. Off the mask. Now with it is Allen. Scott Allen shot. Save made. All the way out from the Ice Castle Arena logo. Definitely a shot that North Hills does not want to see go in. And good job there to be able to hold by Urbanic.
Urbanic much more aware and prepared for that shot than maybe that odd angle one, kind of catching him by surprise. But again, we're seeing TJ wheel through the upper part of the offensive zone and get some shots from out high. That one from Allen, the forward.
Weiss tries to keep it. It's been a lot of zone time for the Jaguars early on in this one. Allen that plays the puck behind the net. Circles around and dumps it back for McCann. McCann all the way up the ice trying to connect with Gallus. Instead it's played by Musher. Simon tries to keep. Able to do so. Weiss goes after it. Chipped on the way to Allen. Allen back to Weiss. Taken away.
North Hills lucky there. They had two TJ Jaguars down and deep, and here we go again.
What a pass to Allen. Allen maneuvers past to D and cannot poke it past. Urbanic again with a good save on the doorstep.
Same situation. A guy, again, below the defense. North Hills caught sleeping, and Allen tried to poke it in, trying to make a nice move there, but couldn't score on Urbanic.
Yeah, Urbanic with the blocker there. Able to just recover in time. Now it's Oliver with Gallus. High shot goes off the glass. Simon goes after it as well as McCann. It's McCann that chips it back down. It's Oliver. Oliver tries to stuff it in. Back out to McCann. McCann's shot goes off the glove. Another opportunity added, and the net is dislodged with 9:47 to go first period.
Yeah, there was the captain, Andrew Oliver, yet again, swarming around the net. Urbanic moving right to left, kicks off the cage. But there's the save right there on Allen. Urbanic have to been sharp so far for the Indians.
How about Emery Molnar, who went right to the front of the net looking for his first goal of the season? Oliver just not able to connect with him.
Yeah, a couple JV players called up for John Zeiler's group. Emery Molnar, 20 points at the JV level. Also, Owen Michael called up, has 20 goals and 29 points for the JV Jaguars.
A lot of good development going on for TJ at the JV level. Players that we've seen varsity ice time in no time, and that starts today.
Yeah, and absolutely. And this program's deep from top to bottom. And what? Zeiler was telling us they have, 70 kids in their developmental program?
That, yeah, a ton.
How about that? From middle school on down, a ton of kids wanting to play in that Thomas Jefferson School District.
Puck went out of play, so drop it at center. Nick Best goes after it. Fight for it along the near side boards. Michael, one of the players we talked about there, was fighting for it. Instead, it's Oliver behind the net. Chipped ahead towards Oliver, but Molnar couldn't tip it ahead. It's Best, rather. Now with Michael. Michael tips it ahead past Musher. Oliver gives chase to it. Poked out a couple of times. Michael, Molnar go after it, but it's Pacola off the boards.
And you see these two sophomore wingers playing with the captain and Andrew Oliver, so the senior leading these young bucks.
Oliver's shot gets blocked high up into the netting.
North Hill's doing a good job so far withstanding, the pressure that TJ has given them so far, and now has finally seen themselves get a couple chances down low. Nothing towards the net, but at least trying to set up in the offensive side of things for the Indians.
Yeah, it seems like North Hills has just kind of been playing defense the entirety of the game until the last couple of minutes.
And that's the thing, how long can they hold up? I mean, TJ scoring at the high clip that they do, 5.36 goals per game, tops in all of Double-A. I mean, they're going to eventually break through, you would think.
North Hills on the season has scored 24 goals. TJ scored half that in their game against them.
That's some crazy numbers there.
76-24, the goal differential coming into today's game between Thomas Jefferson and North Hills. McCann shoots it towards the net, but it was blocked by Lang. Sent in front, and Salopek tried to control it. Was tipped off his stick a couple of times, and now Rouse can't backhand it. Orenzi goes to play it. And it's chipped up right near Rennebeck. Rennebeck behind the net. Up for Spivak, near side. Gets the red line and sends it all the way in. McCann gives chase to it towards the near side. Takes a good hit off the boards. Ryder McGurk sends it. Goes off the boards, where the boards and the glass meet. And now Spivak can control. Steal from Oliver. Oliver with McGurk flashing towards the net, but now McGurk goes after it, lost it. Spivak's got it back. Maneuvers past the official. All the way down, will not be icing, and it is. A little bit questionable if it was or not, but icing indeed the call.
Well, I don't believe at the high school level they play the rule where if you're first to the dot.
No hybrid icing.
No, it's straight up. If you ice it down and it's icing not waved off, it's going to go against you. So.
Yeah.
But so far, I mean, Thomas Jefferson just doing a tremendous job not allowing North Hills any time and space. Anytime they grab the puck, there is a player on top of you. So TJ really, bringing the aggression early on, and that's exactly what they want to do. They don't want any let up against this North Hills team.
Trotsky and Oliver on the face-off. Coball there to nicely work off Stock from the puck. Mosher brings it through the blue line and takes a hit there. Best and McGurk up and to force it. And sent all the way back out the center. Towards Ryder McGurk. Joyce there back to play it. No icing. Best back to play it. Best with a good move to get past the defense. Looks for Oliver. Oliver's got to go back to get it towards the near boards. Oliver with Joyce there defending. Lost the puck. It's Nazak with it. Chips it back out the center.
Nice play by Nazak to have that situational awareness. He got down below the goal line, not necessarily where you want to be if you're a winger, but anyways, the puck comes right to him and he's able to get it out.
He sent it all the way in and went to the bench for a change. It's Oliver with Stock. Oliver with a good opportunity and scores. Andrew Oliver, his team-high 16th goal of the season, his 30th point of the year. Thomas Jefferson leads 1-0.
How about that patience from Andrew Oliver? The quick transitional offense there for Thomas Jefferson on full display. The quick strike. And Oliver able to wait out Urbanik and get him from forehand to backhand, as you see here. Just a nice play. No one on defense picks him up. All the way back was Nazak trying to pick him up at the end, but Andrew Oliver, don't give him that time, and he'll beat you eventually.
Good patience from Oliver. 1-0 Jaguars. Took just over 10 minutes for the first goal of the game. Scott Allen plays it off the glass and in. Spivak goes after it with Weiss there. It's Peterson who plays it. McCann chips it back to Weiss. Weiss across for Simon. Simon sends it in. It gets blocked on the way towards the net. Dallas is able to play it. Looked like he might have went off the side of the cage.
Yeah, looked like it got hung up there on the cage, and a bad turnover for North Hills.
McCann shot, looks for a rebound from Weiss to potentially try to tip it on net. Instead, it's Spivak. Back to McCann, though. McCann tries to tip it past Spivak. Now is able to do so. Looking for Gallus, and he's got it, but we'll have a face-off. 5:13 to go, first period. After Thomas Jefferson took a 1-0 lead, it is the 22nd goal for the Jaguars scored in the first period this season. Thomas Jefferson is actually, in all 3 periods, the first is where they have not had the most offensive production. 29 goals in the second period is the best for the Jaguars. 24 in the third. Have also scored 2 goals in overtime on the season. Gallus has it with Allen maneuvering from in front of the net to now behind. Goes around to Weiss. Allen with it. Scott Allen to Weiss. Weiss's shot goes in. Odd angle shot, and it goes. Nathan Weiss, his 4th goal of the season. And Thomas Jefferson, in a matter of minutes, have 2 on the board.
An unbelievable shot there by Weiss at that, too. He just picked the corner and beat Urbanek. You see him looking left to right, and the puck comes out. Great pass from below the goal line. And Weiss, man, you couldn't have put that at a better spot. I mean, there's not a ton of room there, and Urbanek just right over his right shoulder for the goal for Weiss.
Precision shot right there. Able to find enough room right over the shoulder. Another shot off the shoulder, and it goes! Thomas Jefferson with another goal in a matter of seconds. 3 goals in as many minutes for the Jaguars. Maybe not even that. As the Jaguars strike once again. Credit Owen Michael. Michael, first goal of the season. Welcome to varsity hockey.
How about that? And that's a goal absolutely that Urbanek wants back. High up off the shoulder again. I mean, they must have been paying attention to the scouting report. Shoot high on Urbanek. And there you go. One just rolling up on him, on his shoulder, and it drops right down and rolls in. Unfortunate bounce for North Hills, and it's quickly 3-0 TJ.
Simon with it. And it goes in again! We're going to need a time check to see how many goals in as many minutes it is. 3 goals in less than a minute?
I'm not sure the scorekeeper is going to be able to keep up. I wasn't even looking. I was looking down. I guess you can't look away right now. I mean, TJ's just scoring at will.
We're giving a lot of first goals of the year. Jake Simon gets his first goal of the season for the sophomore defenseman, number 42. 42 makes it 4-0.
And we talked about the last time these two teams met. It was a 12-0 win for TJ. 9 different players recorded a goal for Thomas Jefferson, and you're sort of on that same route right now early in this first,
and
or midway through this first.
Timeout called by North Hills, just trying to stop the bleeding at this point with 4:17 still to go in the first period. We went a full 10 minutes and got close to 11 with no scoring. But now 4-0, 4:17 to go, and we take a break here on JRM Sports.
Shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle? Dean Honda is one of the largest volume dealerships in the Pittsburgh area, offering sales, service, and parts. Our service center offers competitive pricing and same-day service. If you're looking to sell your vehicle, stop by Dean Honda and leave with a check in hand. Visit us on Route 51 in Pleasant Hills or at deanhonda.com.
Three goals in 33 seconds for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. Nathan Weiss, Owen Michael, Jake Simon. The first 2 were 15 seconds apart. And then the second and third goal in that 3-goal span were 12 seconds apart. What an insane, just an overall insane run by the Jaguars in the last minute.
Yeah, unbelievable. And in that game earlier in the year, they scored 4 in the first period and 8 in the second period, and then there was no scoring in the third period. But Jeremy Swegman for North Hill is going to make the goaltender change. Parker Tellerico coming in, the sophomore, 0-7 on the year with a 7.29 goals against average. So, again, as you mentioned, Austin, trying to stop the bleeding right now, trying to build that confidence back up. So that's why you take that time out there. I mean, 3 goals in that short amount of time. You need to do something to help your team out.
Tallarico's got an .831 save percentage as well. It's Busher with a shot on goal. Poked around a couple of times in front of the net. And a whistle sounds to stop play. Nick Best with some pushing and shoving right near the net as the net was dislodged. He shoved one of the North Hills players down into the blue paint.
But how about that response from North Hills? Is that what you want to see? Exactly what you want to see if you're Schwegman. A great shift so far from this line out there. Dolsky in there. A couple other players in red sweaters around the crease in front of Doherty.
It was Dom Rennebeck, the one that was down to the ice. It's a team that obviously, not the expectations that teams had. Jeremy Schwegman told us they didn't expect to be at the top of the standings. Their expectation was to be a lot higher in the win column. That move to Double-A has been so critical. 8 players returned from last year's roster. They've been tremendous in helping to shape the culture for a lot of guys that are new to hockey, and just there's a difference. The commitment, overall level of commitment has been an adjustment so far as the puck goes out of play.
Absolutely, and things have started to turn a little bit for North Hills, obviously not showing up in the win column, but last time out versus Norwin, they only lost 4-2, their closest game they played so far this year, and they were up 2-1 in that game. Nazak and Trotsky, that top line, getting both goals early on, but then Norwin scored 3 unanswered to make it 4-2, including a shorthanded goal from Alex Thomas. So North Hills trying to get things together here.
Cobalt with a chance, but just went wide. We talked about how North Hills team last year found some success. They had 8 players, 8 seniors that graduated. Coach said that they didn't just lose those guys. It was more so that they lost a community. They lost so much, so many important people, so many important figures, families to the program for North Hills. Has been a hard adjustment.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's tough. And North Hills has been a solid program for the past handful of years, too.
Ryder McGurk with a chance, and he scores. McGurk, 5-0. Thomas Jefferson, Ryder McGurk's 6th goal of the season, gives the Jaguars 5 with 2:58 remaining in the period.
Add another one to the score sheet. It's 5 different players now for Thomas Jefferson, beating North Hills goaltenders, and McGurk right there fires it past Tellerico underneath the glove hand. And TJ continues.
Yeah, welcome to the game, Parker Tallarico, sophomore goalie. One of the first shots he faces goes in.
And obviously we talked about TJ without some players tonight, but North Hills without Blake Kunkel, who has 16 points on the year and 7 goals. So that's obviously a big loss in production and obviously skill to keep up with this TJ team. And
thrown in front, Trotsky's shot is saved by Doherty.
Well, we've seen the last 2 goals, excellent rebound shifts from North Hills, and here's Trotsky again, getting another look on Doherty, who hasn't been tested too much so far this game. It's only his 3rd shot faced, but North Hills back-to-back response shifts looking well for the Indians.
Played along for Gallus. Allen also there. Pushed along now by Nazak. Nazak carries. That's the right wing, but Best took it away from him. Nick Best has played well so far in this first period. Coban goes after it. Dumps it back to Trotsky, who falls down to the ice with Best on the collision. Best now trying to grab his stick. Trotsky's holding his stick. Now gives it up. Those 2 players able to separate from themselves.
It looked like Trotsky tied it up, locked it up in between his leg and his thigh. Just sort of clamped down on it.
It was very odd looking there. Musher able to slow it down. But now it's Best again. Up the ice for Allen. Here comes Scotty Allen. His shot into the glove of Tallarico.
Tallarico with a good save there. Needed that one. Something that Schwegman needs his goalies to do is forget, those previous goals. You got to have that next play mindset if you're the North Hills Indians right now. And Tellerico, just a nice save. Scotty Allen coming down there off the left wing with a real nice shot to try to beat Tellerico.
That Thomas Jefferson game is the only game this year that North Hills has not scored a goal. Last 2 games scored twice against Norwin, twice against Fox Chapel, once against South Fayette, 3 against Armstrong. The 3 goals is the highest goal total for North Hills, and that was on November 30th. For the Indians, since dating back to 5 goals and a 9-5 loss on November 7th against Norwin. Jed Rankin brings it ahead. Rankin goes after it. Simon gives pressure to him. It's Oliver poking away at it as well with 1 minute remaining in the period. McCann carries, chips it ahead, and back out the center. It's dumped back in by Molnar behind the net. Michael gives chase there as well. Molnar throws it on net and covered by Talrico.
Really impressed so far with this last line for Thomas Jefferson. Again, we see Oliver centering Owen Michael and Emery Molnar, but they're flying. They're bringing it. They're bringing some energy. These sophomore kids, I mean, they're trying to make a name for themselves and potentially get on this roster next year.
Salopek gives chase behind the net. There with Nazak. Now Flume. Flume tried to tip it back in front. Looking to connect there. But instead, Lorenzi is able to play it. Who was the intended man there on the pass, but sends it all the way back down past the cage for icing. 21.7 remaining period.
Andrew Nazak, the one skating up with it on that left, off on the wall across from us, right in front of the benches, and he had a Picola with a little bit of a step there. Could have split the defenders, but instead, I'm not sure if Nazak just didn't see him or just didn't opt to pass it. And at this point, this is where you can get caught. A team, when you're down 5-0, you're going to stop passing the puck, and that can't happen if you're North Hills.
Simon back out the center. Spivak sends it across. Now Trotsky. Trotsky with some space. Cooper on the opposite side wing goes after it, but instead it's the Flume. First period comes to an end with a 5-0 score on a barrage of goals from the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. TJ with 3 goals in 33 seconds and a 5-0 lead as we go to the second period.
Here at Little Way, we have a pretty vast array of customizable promotional products, from pens, signs, mugs, water bottles, really anything you can think of. Some of the main services we provide here are screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. What really sets us apart from our competitors is our on-staff design crew and our customer service. We can really help take your branding and marketing to a new level. The main thing you can expect from us here at Little Way is quick turnaround times and a really high-quality product.
At Kenny Ross, we've always served our neighbors by offering the best value on new Ford models. This month, lease a 2023 Ford F-150 STX 4x4 Super Cab for $379 per month for 36 months. Nobody beats a Kenny Ross deal. KennyRossFordSouth.com.
Trout Plumbing is a registered and insured master plumber that services the South Hills. They offer a variety of services, including camera inspections and dye testing. Trout Plumbing also offers a veteran and senior citizen discount. When in doubt, call the Trout at 412-983-8106.
5-0 Thomas Jefferson as we go to the second period of play, and Nate, a ton of scoring for the Jaguars in just a matter of minutes.
Yeah, 5 different players on the score sheet so far for TJ. Andrew Oliver started off, and then it was the 3 goals in 33 seconds with Nathan Weiss. Owen Michael, the call-up from junior varsity, getting on the scoreboard. Jake Simon, his first goal of the year from the blue line. And then Ryder McGurk, of course, factoring in for the Jaguars to make it 5-0.
So we switch ends. North Hills will attack the left side net. That's where a lot of scoring has been. And right away, North Hills strikes. Andrew Nazak, his 4th goal of the season. The All-Star gets North Hills on the board.
And you can hear the pipe ring, and what a much-needed goal for North Hills, not only to try to claw back in this one, but a confidence booster. To know that Doherty could be beat, to know this TJ defense can be beat. A huge goal for North Hills here, moments into the second period.
Yeah, something that North Hills needed, really, to just continue to fight back in this one, and also to keep the spirits high with the offense not having really that many opportunities at all. Too many good looks. That's the best one so far of the game from Nazak. And it finds the back of the net. 5-1. Just a mere 30 seconds into the second period. Now Nazak gives chase to it. It's off the boards. That was Rouse, rather. Now he has it. Rouse at the left side wing. Rouse looking to center. Playing there in front of the net. We're going to try to center. And a good shot for Lang. That's deflected back out to the blue line. And Spivak sends it off the glass. Best gives chase to it for Thomas Jefferson. It's Spivak again. Spivak, nifty move. Trying to get past the defenders, but back out to center ice. Works right to McGurk. McGurk with Oliver. McGurk to Oliver. What a great save made by Parker Tallarico. And on the face-off.
Wow, the movement there from Tellerico, because McGurk was flying in and able to get it over and get the shot off, and he hardly got that with the toe, too. My goodness.
You could just tell with the half-second pause that we had. Was that puck in the back of the net, or?
Yeah, we lost that for a second. Honestly, and you never know. Obviously, I mean, you don't got the goal line crazy camera angles, but that might have got, there's that little crease in the goalie pad. You never know. Oliver could have maybe snuck it in, but nonetheless, what a save there by Tellerico.
Simon keeps it in, dumps it down for Allen. Gallus is also there. McCann tries to keep. Here's Gallus. Gallus' shot is deflected off of Tellerico. Behind the net, Gallus gives chase to it. There's Allen. Allen with Gallus. Strosky fighting there. And poke back out to North Hills. Trying to get it out, but again, it's Weiss that tries to keep it. Now Cooper. Cooper sends it all the way in. We'll chase it. Simon also back there. Simon takes it, flips it ahead where Joyce tries to play it for North Hills, but it's back out the center. Good opportunity for Gallus. Gallus with Allen. Gallus back to Allen. Instead, it's Weiss now. Weiss, Allen, looks for Gallus, but is deflected on the way there. Good job blocking the passing lane. Behind the net, it's Gallus. Gallus with the wraparound. Second chance at it. Continuing to be poked at. Almost found the back of the net. It was Grayson Lang who poked it away. Now back out the center, and Simon gives chase. Tipping it ahead with Picola. They have a little bit of extracurriculars as well. Picola dropped his stick and will go on over to the bench without a stick. Weiss tips it back over for Gallus. Loose stick right at center ice. Gallus has it with Salopek in front. Gallus sends it for Lorenzi, who couldn't get a shot off. Lorenzi will give chase to it. Lorenzi at the near side. Lorenzi got knocked off the puck, and now it's McCann. McCann's shot went all the way through the blue paint. Simon keeps it for McCann. McCann with another shot that's directed wide. Finally, North Hill is able to gain possession. Back out to center ice. That stick was taken back to the North Hills bench. Sent along on the attempt from Dolsky there. Now Lorenzi up the near side. Bulking ahead is Salopek. Spivak back out the center. Dolsky there to play it. All the way back in. It was Peterson that sent it back for McCann now to play for Thomas Jefferson. And Lorenzi again. It's been TJ getting to all the chip and chase pucks so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a lot of speed on the forecheck from North Hills, and TJ's able to clean it up pretty easily.
Spivak misplayed it. Lorenzi trying to get it. Salopek has to prevent an offsides call as Lorenzi gets back on.
It's so hard to deal with this speed from TJ. I mean, everyone on these top three lines, they have a lot of speed. And Lorenzi on this third line, man, he was flying to try to get in there on Spivak.
A ton of fast guys. With Nazak now going up the left side wing. Tried to center. Was blocked on the way there. Sent back off the boards. Salopek will now go over to the boards for a change. Flume also will change. The deep pairings as well. Full change for Thomas Jefferson. We've got a delayed penalty coming up. It's going to go on Thomas Jefferson. Tallarico off to the bench.
Got to be careful if you're North Hills there.
Don't have an own goal.
Bad memories right now.
Might remember from the Penguins just a couple of days ago. Be careful that you don't play it into the back of your net. Even two Hall of Famers can do it.
And that one, there was no one back there. It was literally just a TJ guy. So lucky there. But North Hill's going to go on the power play.
Cameron Lorenzi to the box, the sophomore forward.
And the Indians, 27.3% on the year. That's fifth. So not a terrible power play for the Indians. And the penalty kill for Thomas Jefferson at 77.4%, fourth best in all of Double-A.
Add the 1 goal tonight, and 25 goals North Hills has scored this year. 9 of them have come on the power play.
So again, one of those teams that scores a good chunk on the power play.
It's Trotsky with it. Back out Spivak. Spivak shot gets blocked on the way to the net. That was Stock that got a piece of it. Sent in front, and a good opportunity for North Hills. Then on the second chance after it.
The ref doesn't see it. It's in.
Dylan Coball was the one that poked it in front. Music sounds, pointing towards the net.
Yep.
And a goal.
Yeah.
North Hills strikes on the power play for the 10th time this season. Dylan Coball, the junior's 2nd goal of the year.
Yeah, as you can see, just right there. Thought he had put it in originally, but Coball with the 2nd effort right there on top of Doherty. And North Hills with a little bit of life, but a really commendable power play from North Hills there. And TJ plays with some aggression on the on the penalty kill. They'll come after you, and great passing to keep it away from them. And finally, it was Nazak, believe, was on the goal line basically and threw it in front. And then that one eventually Coball tucked in.
Just over 11 minutes to go in the 2nd period. The deficit now cut to 3. 5-2 Thomas Jefferson out in front. Coball with another opportunity. Got knifed off the puck there, though. It was Stock that lost his stick. And now Slate with a shot that goes up into the netting.
Well, last game for Thomas Jefferson, starting to feel a little bit of a similar vibe in terms of they took a couple penalties. Armstrong scored on the power play and got right back into this game. A 5-0 deficit for North Hills. If you take a couple more penalties, you never know. With the way that North Hills really took care of that power play, you give them a couple more chances and they could be right back in this game.
Tiger and Allen on the faceoff. That's one right back to Allen and played by Best. Best chips it ahead. Here come the Jaguars on a 2-on-2 opportunity. It's Gallus. Gallus with Allen as well as Weiss. Sends it all the way across to Best. Nick Best all the way towards the net, and a pass towards Allen, who was right there on the doorstep, just could not poke it in. Couldn't corral it on his stick, as he does now. Now Weiss. Weiss back to McCann, sends it all the way across to Best, far side of the rink. Best's shot deflected in front. Save made, Talarico. It was a rebound, but a whistle blew it dead.
An early whistle, so sort of back-to-back plays where the refs having some struggles to see the puck. Eddie Schultz on our goal line. Didn't see the goal go in, and then marched down here to our right. Calls and blows the whistle a little bit early for the save for North Hills.
Face off at the left side dot. Allen got thrown out. It's Gallus, though, that wins it back to him. Sends it back for Gallus. Joyce gives chase with Gallus, but Gallus there pretty easily. Gallus sends it back in. Rankin not able to knife off the puck there. Best. Glove save made. Talarico denies Nick Best. Saw it all the way.
Flashing the leather was Talarico. He said, I'll show you this puck right here in my glove, as Nick Best wound up high with really no pressure in front of him either. A clean shot on net, and Talarico with the huge save for North Hills.
Whistle stops play. I don't think that all the referees were ready. Best hadn't gotten off to the bench yet. And we'll do it again. And the face-off one back to Nazak. Nazak fighting there with Lorenzi, Flume. Picola there as well. Joyce sent in front. No one home, though. Polio can't keep it. Back out to center. Off the boards and will not go on net. Polio plays it. No whistle to signal icing.
I think there was some miscommunication. So these refs, these last couple shifts for them have been a struggle.
And they were pointing to each other, one looking like they were going to signal it.
I think our near ref wanted the far ref, Eddie Schultz, to call that icing, but he didn't do it either. Didn't wave it off or didn't call it.
Well, we play on in a 3-goal game with 9:05 to go, second period of play. Austin Bexel, Nathan Brysinger here on JRM Sports in partnership with Tenband TV. Third week in a row bringing you hockey coverage, third of 7 weeks of hockey action as we give you the stretch run of games before the PIHL playoffs here in AA. Sent across towards Salopek with Musher there. And now Pulio. So it is 5-2 Thomas Jefferson, having a couple of scoreboard issues as somebody almost got hit in the first row with the puck that was played up the center. Always got to be careful. We were almost hit last week at a puck that was probably about a row or two right in front of us and bounced into the...
It's the second one that's come out too, right in the deck right in front of us.
Yeah, this little deck right in front of this open space where there is no seating. And the Sheriffs here inside the Ice Castle Arena helping to get the puck back to its home where it belongs on the ice. Spivak plays it for Joyce. He sends it up for Dolsky, who couldn't play it though. Redbeck and Rouse also out there. Spivak, Dolsky, Peterson for North Hills.
Seems like there's been a lull in the action right now. Not a ton of great chances other than that Nick Best shot. But TJ still in the offensive zone, and North Hills hasn't been able to do anything in about 3 minutes.
Here's Dolsky with it. McCann fights him off the puck. McCann has it with Stock. Oliver as well. Tried to get it to Stock, but it's sent back out the center. Polio plays it there for McGurk, but a turnover. Dolsky, Peterson. Both got knocked off the puck, and it's back out the center again. Or it's played up by Ryder McGurk. McGurk off the boards, past Spivak. Oliver there to play it. Oliver centers in front, not able to connect though. Had a chance to find Stock, but Stock couldn't slow it down. And it's sent back into the North Hills end. Dolsky with it. Long shift for him. Now McCann back out the center. North Hills will change. Spivak goes back to play it, lays off the ice. Oliver tried to wrap it around in front. Stock with a shot, and it goes wide. Deflected around a couple of times. Might have went off a few bodies, and Stock couldn't punch it in.
And a heads-up play there by Rouse, too, to turn around and take away a stick of one of the impending TJ shooters there. And, you know, it was a bad turnover by Spivak. He went to reverse it up the wall, and his team was all going for a change. So there was 3 TJ Jaguars coming in, and they had a chance, 3-on-1 down low.
Puck stalled at the boards. Players poking at it, and now possession to Owen Michael, who had the turnover initially to take it away from North Hills. And now the Indians have a 3-on-2. Nazak with it. Dumps it for Trotsky. Nazak gets it back. Nazak shot gets tipped around and fronted in! North Hills strikes again! Dylan Koval back-to-back, 5-3. The deficit once again is cut into 2-goal game.
Well, it was 4-0. Swegman called a timeout, rallied his troops. TJ scored the next goal, but since then it's been all North Hills and Koval. He's been right there on the doorstep each and every time in his second goal of the game. And North Hills has come a-knocking.
Dylan Koval, 2 goals today. It's 5-3, 6:25 remaining here in the second period. It's been a struggle for Koval to find the back of the net. Only scored 1 goal. Doubled that total.
Yeah, and he had 4 points last year, but on the flip side of things, Aiden Doherty, the senior for Thomas Jefferson, hasn't seen a ton of rubber this game so far, but he's been a bit leaky, and it's been a pretty compelling story for TJ so far. You have Ronnie Porupski, who came in this game, he's sick, was going to start, but he was pulled in that Fox Chapel game we had after giving up an odd angle goal. Then it's been 2, now 3 games in a row for Doherty that he's played.
Shot from Allen goes wide.
And Doherty had 13 saves last time these two teams met in a shutout, but this time around it's been a lot different. And a couple goals he wished he could have back have been put in the back of the net for the Indians.
The backup today is Garrett Russin, a freshman wearing number 45. With Doherty, the starter, 39, and Porupski out. Great chance here, 3-on-1 for Weiss with Simon. Weiss's shot goes off of Tallarico all the way back out to center. Joy slips it ahead for Cooper and taken away by TJ.
Another terrible change for North Hills there, and they got caught again 3-on-1, and Stock jumped off the bench real early to jump in there.
Oliver to Gallus with Weiss. Oliver wraps around and a save made. Covered by Tallarico, and some frustration there from Thomas Jefferson.
And sort of to finish off that point about the goaltending situation for Thomas Jefferson, when we talked to head coach John Zeiler, he said it's actually kind of up. It's anybody's job right now.
Yeah.
And the way they're playing. And it's interesting. Porupski's an all-star this year, a junior,
right.
7-1, and Doherty's a senior, 5-1, and Doherty's won the last two. Only allowed 1 goal 2 games ago to Penn Trafford. So really, I mean, both goaltenders have played well, but right now Doherty's let in a couple goals, a couple leaky goals that he'd like to, have in his back pocket and not behind him.
Said with quarterbacks a lot, if you have 2, do you really have 1? Thomas Jefferson, both goaltenders have played well this season. Porupski, though, not available tonight. It's Doherty that's allowed the last 3 goals. All the way around, and Peterson will play it there. Best gives chase to it as well. Now Oliver skates to the puck.
And that's 3 goals on 10 shots for North Hills as well. TJ, 27 shots on goal.
Puck carries right near the bench. Ryder McGurk tries to play it. Best as well, and tipped back by McGurk rather. Up to Stock. Stock dumps it in. Played ahead by Spivak. Cooper drops it back for Rouse. Rouse, where Stock was pressuring him there. Taken away by Best. Stock with a golden opportunity, but it gets knocked away by Rouse, who got the stick there.
Rouse a couple times with really intelligent plays with his stick to knock it off and behind the net.
Stock with it. Now Oliver. Oliver back behind the net and Stock with McGurk in front of the net. Back to Stock. Stock tries to wrap it through. McGurk with an opportunity.
Stock tried the lacrosse goal, the Michigan goal from behind. He tried to get it on his stick, but he couldn't.
That might have went off of part of the glove of Tallarico. Stock to Best. Best's shot goes off the post. All the way back to center.
TJ just cannot buy a goal right now. I mean, they're all over the place right there in front of Tellerico. North Hills a couple times doing a good job defensively, but it's just TJ just cannot finish.
Nazak, the 2-on-1 emerges. Trotsky, the shot once again! Dylan Kobach, give him the hat trick! The junior Dylan Kobach strikes again, entering the day with 3 points. Give him 3 goals, 1 goal game, 5-4, 2:59 in the second period, still to go.
And the natural hat trick at that for Kobach. What a phenomenal second period he is having. And Austin, you mentioned he came into this game with 1 goal, and he now has 3. He's doubled, tripled his goal total right now on the season. And the 2-on-1 emerged. Nazak made the easy play. Give it to Trotsky, the hot hand, and he sniped it on Doherty.
4 unanswered by North Hills as Lorenzi's shot is saved by Tallarico and sent along to the near side. Lorenzi fell down to the ice. North Hills, what a response. Played along by Trotsky. Up to Kobach. Dylan Kobach's played so well in this game, and it's been golden opportunities. When North Hills has had them, they haven't missed.
Yeah, 2 of them have been on the doorstep, but that one, it's just pure skill there to find a spot on Doherty and beat him. And just, we didn't see this coming. I mean, this game was 5-0. Thomas Jefferson through the first period. In North Hills, it's been all North Hills pretty much in terms of goal scoring here in the second. And it's not a knock on Thomas Jefferson because they've been right around the goal mouth a lot this period as well. But Tellerico, give a ton of credit to him for the way he's played and the defense as well, especially want to pinpoint Rouse with the way he's been able to clear it out in front of the net.
Played up by Weiss with Allen and Gallus. Weiss behind the net. Now McCann. McCann down low for Allen. TJ's had golden opportunities, but it's just not been able to find the back of the net. As it's Gallus again. Gallus wraps it around Weiss. Over for Allen. Allen finds the back of the net. Thomas Jefferson responds after 4 unanswered by North Hills. Big goal for the Jaguars. And it goes for Scott Allen.
And Thomas Jefferson can breathe a sigh of relief. I mean, all that pressure they've had in the second period and just could not get it behind Tellerico. And finally, just right in a prime scoring area, Scott Allen able to chip it up over Tellerico up high. And that's kind of been the book so far on these two goalies for North Hills. Get it up high, and that's how you're going to beat them. And finally, Thomas Jefferson on the board here in this second period to make it a 2-goal game once again.
It's the 12th goal of the season for Scotty Allen, the all-star senior. As the Jaguars have a response after 4 unanswered by North Hills. Allen still out there, has it. Tries to center the puck for McCann, but instead it's Weiss. Weiss, now Allen. Weiss drops it back for Gallus. Gallus lost it. It was taken away from him. And nicely moved up by Chris Musher. Now Trotsky for Nazak. Nazak shot, save made. 1:10 left in the period.
It's a big save there for Doherty, just to get a feel of the puck yet again, because he's let in a couple ones here in the second period, especially off that Koba shot. But Nazak, a pretty hard shot in there on Doherty, and he's able to gobble it up.
Trotsky and Oliver on the faceoff. One back to Polio. And around for Ryder McGurk off the boards. Too strong of a pass. But is now played by McCann. 1 minute remaining in the period. 2-goal game. We've had a lot of action. 10 goals in the game. McGurk over Oliver now. Up to Stock. Stock with a chance. Drops it for Oliver. Oliver's odd angle shot. Trying to connect with McGurk there as well, potentially on a pass. And McGurk into the boards. A penalty coming up on North Hills. 34.1 to go. And Jaguars to the power play.
Not a smart play there by Andrew Nazak, and he's a big body. And McGurk's also pretty big for himself, but he just gave him a cross check and down went McGurk. So they're going to call that every day of the week on North Hills. And TJ on the power play for the first time, surprisingly. They haven't scored on the power play in 2 games since the last time we saw them against Fox Chapel. So they're looking to get back to a 3-goal game here.
They only have 4 power play goals on the year overall up into the netting.
Yeah, a team that only scores 12.1% of the time. And for a team that has the offensive prowess that they do, it's quite surprising.
Yeah, a lot of even strength goals. 26.1 remaining. So this is the game still isn't over yet. Second highest scoring output for North Hills on the season. The highest was 5 goals at Norwin the game before North Hills played Thomas Jefferson. That's sent all the way around for Allen. Allen drops it for Best. Best a shot, deflect around, but went all the way wide. Over to Oliver, who can't keep it in. Oliver out to center with 10 seconds and counting. Puck on edge for Oliver as he continues to try to corral it. Right back, Rouse pressuring him there, and it's Allen with the puck. And the period comes to an end. 6-4. North Hills with 4 goals in the period. The answer and the response that was desperately needed by Thomas Jefferson and Scott Allen. The last goal of the period. We'll take a break. Intermission underway. Back with the third period in minutes. Coming up, 6-4, Thomas Jefferson leads.
Here at Little Way, we have a pretty vast array of customizable promotional products, from pens, signs, mugs, water bottles, really anything you can think of. Some of the main services we provide here are screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. What really sets us apart from our competitors is our on-staff design crew and our customer service. We can really help take your branding and marketing to a new level. The main thing you can expect from us here at Little Way is quick turnaround times and a really high quality product.
At Kenny Ross, we've always served our neighbors by offering the best value on new Ford models. This month, lease a 2023 Ford F-150 STX 4x4 Super Cab for $379 per month for 36 months. Nobody beats a Kenny Ross deal. KennyRossFordSouth.com.
If you accept credit payments with anyone other than eServices Payment Technology, you are paying too much. At eServices Technology, we redefine convenience and security with our cutting-edge merchant payment processing. Whether you're a small business or large corporation, switch to a more accurate and efficient payment processing tool. Trust eServices for secure transactions that redefine the future of payments and can beat your current rates. Visit us at eservicestech.com, conveniently located near Baldwin High School.
Feels good to be off the sidelines, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it does. That extra effort with AHN Sports Medicine got you back here. With every specialty set, custom training day, and personalized drill, you bettered your body. Now line it up. They don't see this move coming. Told you. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Maya, can you come in here, please?
Hey, Dad, what's up?
Is that your brother on the TV?
Yeah, that's my brother. It looks like it's tonight's game.
But how can that be your brother? I have never missed a single game.
We couldn't go tonight. Remember, you broke your foot.
Right. Well, I don't know who's putting on this production, but without them, I'd be missing this.
After being sidelined with a shoulder injury, 2 minutes in the box isn't so bad. Now get back out there. With AHN Sports Medicine, you're ready for what's next. Your body's rehabbed and recovered. Your legs primed to outskate your defender. Your technical skills perfected. And just like that, you're back. Oh yeah, you're back. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
At Kenny Ross, we've always served our neighbors by offering the best value on new Ford models. This month, lease a 2023 Ford F-150 STX 4x4 Super Cab for $379 per month for 36 months. Nobody beats a Kenny Ross deal. KennyRossFordSouth.com.
If you accept credit payments with anyone other than eServices Payment Technology, you are paying too much. At eServices Technology, we redefine convenience and security with our cutting-edge merchant payment processing. Whether you're a small business or large corporation, switch to a more accurate and efficient payment processing tool. Trust eServices for secure transactions that redefine the future of payments and can beat your current rates. Visit us at eservicestech.com, conveniently located near Baldwin High School.
Feels good to be off the sidelines, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it does. That extra effort with AHN Sports Medicine got you back here. With every specialty set, custom training day, and personalized drill, you bettered your body. Now line it up. They don't see this move coming. Told you. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Back for the start of the third period. 6-4, Thomas Jefferson leads, and what was a 5-0 game has become just a 2-goal game. It was a 1-goal game at one point, Nate, because of 4 consecutive goals in a row by North Hills.
Yeah, North Hills really turned it on, and I think it goes all the way back to that timeout by head coach Jeremy Swegman after Jake Simon's goal. Ryder McGurk scored following that for TJ to make it 5-0, but coming to the second period, and it's a much different game. So even in between periods, whatever Swegman said to his crew, really got them jumping at the bit, and they made it a real close game. And really, after the new year, they had a big break. They had almost a month off. December 18th, they played Fox Chapel. They lost 7-2, North Hills did. Then they didn't play all the way until January 15th, and that was the game against Norwin. They only lost 4-2. So much better efforts from this team since the calendar year.
Whatever the message was, it resonated with Dylan Kobaugh, who scored on the power play at 5:37. Then again at even strength at 10:35, assisted by Trotsky and Nazak. Trotsky and Nazak again had the helpers at 14:19. Kobaugh completed the hat trick, 3 goals in a row, all credited to number 60. As the power play for North Hills continues, being carried over from the second period here to the third. 1:26 remaining on the penalty on North Hills. But Thomas Jefferson with the opportunity. Andrew Nazak back to the box. He's a goal scorer today, so power play for Thomas Jefferson that was forced by North Hills. And up the fresh ice, it's Allen. Allen shot into the glove right away. Tallarico now a rebound. 6-4 the score. And we're having a little bit of trouble disconnecting our clock. 16:41 is how much time is remaining here in the third period. 1:08 still on the Nazak penalty. One back to Best. Best's shot is set aside, and Allen gives chase to it. Might have went off the referee there and sent back down to center.
Yeah, fortunate bounce for North Hills. Did go off the ref's foot there and able to clear it out.
Stock sends it back in all the way around for Allen to try to retrieve. Goes past him and Trotsky back out to center again, where Best has to play at the red line.
Kind of backfired on them. Allen with the stick lift on Trotsky, and Nick Best wasn't over on all the way along the wall, and that one came all the way back out.
All the way around for Allen, and now Best for the Jaguars can slow it down. Tipped in front. Ryder McGurk tipped it right into the glove of Parker Tallarico. No rebound.
We've seen that a lot. Nick Best and these defensemen for TJ just winding up shots and looking for redirections, and there was Ryder McGurk untouched, no one around him, and he was able to redirect it in, but right into Tallarico to make the save.
One back by Kaiser. Around for Oliver to keep it. Now Stock. Stock with some space, gives it over to Best. Back to Oliver. Oliver down for Stock. It was Allen who tried to keep it behind the net. And he gets it back, though, on the pass from Stock. Now swung along back to Stock. Oliver. Oliver's shot. Oliver corrals again with Best, as well as Stock. Tipped around in front. Allen and McGurk on the power play that is now over. Nazak back on. Shot goes high off the glass. Stock to Oliver. Oliver's shot and a save made. Tallarico. Long rebound towards the near side. Fighting for it is Stock. Stock tries to maneuver past Nazak. Here comes North Hills on a 2-on-2. Setting it in was Kiger and off to the bench for a change. Nazak stays out there for now. Gives chase to the puck. It's taken away. Peterson. Peterson towards Nazak, but couldn't slow it down.
That's off.
And we'll face off at 14:57 in the third.
Nazak wide open in front. Peterson trying to look for him, but can't corral the puck on the stick and get a shot off on Doherty because he was all alone with no one around. Just camping out right there in front of Doherty. And same thing the other way. Ryder McGurk was doing the same thing. Wide open in front, on top of the crease, and surprised North Hills didn't put a body on him. And I mean, maybe they're scared because Ryder's a pretty big kid and pretty physical. Probably would have knocked him off pretty easily.
North Hills has only scored 5 goals in the third period this season. Thomas Jefferson has scored 24. TJ has given up the most goals out of any period here in the third, 14 on the season, entering today.
Spivak should have try to keep that in a little bit better. He took a weird angle towards the boards, and it was able to hop out on him. But 5 goals in the third period for North Hills. They're going to need to pull it out of them if they want to tie this game up, and they were oh so close in that second period.
Gallus with speed at the left side wing. Gallus with Michael. Wise also there. Weiss, as it's Michael who goes into the net. Maybe just lost an edge and completely dislodged the net. Training staff, I think, might give a look to him as well, that just went out of the box right near the scorekeeper, and we'll take a look there. Face off with 14-16 to go in the third period. Be at the left side circle. Near side towards us is Salopek. Try to win it back for Thomas Jefferson. Played along for Salopek. On the pass for Lorenzi. Salopek up to McCann. Back to Salopek. He tried to slow it down. Trotsky fighting with him there. Now it's Flume. Flume double teamed on the puck. Spot forward and taken by North Hills. It's Mushkar. Ooh, almost sent around right towards the net for Salopek. Instead, set back out to center and McCann. Joyce gives chase to it. Lorenzi as well. Lorenzi first one there. The Salopek, his shot just goes off the blocker and wide. The ball gives chase. Out to center and Nazak. Nazak able to slow it down. Played along though by the Jaguars. Sent back into the TJ zone. Played along for Flume. He was able to tip it in. No icing, and Slate goes to play it. Avoided the North Hills bench. Now Best over to McCann. McCann carries with it. McCann's shot once again off the blocker. Couple of good saves for Tallarico in the last couple of shots. North Hills will go for a change.
Yeah, North Hills finally getting that top unit off the ice, and you got to expect they're going to do a lot of double shifting in this third period. You're going to see them a ton of Nazak, Trotsky, and Kobaugh, because Kobaugh, again, those 3 goals, along with a goal from Nazak, has been a lot of their offense this year and tonight.
Oliver and Stock were offsides. Dropped the puck just outside the blue line. One back to Oliver. Sent along in by Best. For Stock. Stock towards Oliver. Couldn't connect. It's McGurk though. McGurk to Stock. Stock shot! Long rebound comes out towards Oliver. He couldn't slow it down and grab it. It's just Long that pokes it ahead. Now out to Best. Best is shot, and another blocker save by Tellerico. Played along by Stock. Trying to get it to Oliver behind the net. Played along the boards, and now Oliver. Oliver got it poked away. Good play by Spivak to get it back to center. Fight forward near the bench. It's Spivak and Oliver fighting for it. Spivak with his right hand on the ice. And now Spivak with a cross-check for Oliver, a second cross-check for Oliver.
Yeah, they're going to get him eventually here.
Yeah, delayed penalty coming up.
Yeah, they already called that penalty even before he gave him the cross-check with the ref not even looking.
Best's shot gets deflected. Allen plays it there. North Hills trying to touch up the puck with the net empty. Extra man on for TJ. Allen with it. Shot towards the net. Polio shot, and it's now Ryder McGurk as Best taps his stick looking for it. Touched up. 11-12 left in the third period. And a power play coming up for Thomas Jefferson.
And that's your captain going to the box for North Hills. Expect him to be on the penalty kill if you're the Indians. And, you know, at this point in this game where you're down by 2 goals and you're a leader of this team, that's something you can't really do. And that's sort of just some frustration boiling over and just taking it a little too far. And it was right in front of the ref, so it was an easy call.
So Stock, Allen, Oliver, Best out there for Thomas Jefferson. Jaguars also send Salopek as well. Best is shot. Big rebound towards Stock. Not able to slow the puck down, though, or else he would have had an open cage. Stock lost an edge. It's now Best. Now Stock again. Stock back to Best. Best is shot. Fight for it with Tallarico down on the ice. Best, once again, stick tapping wants the puck. Best, his shot. Stock with a chance, goes through the blue paint. Allen with another shot. Another shot from Allen. Puck sent towards the boards, and the net is dislodged.
Yet again.
That net does not stay still.
No, it doesn't. But again, there's TJ with a flurry of opportunities, and I don't know what they need to do. What they've done for them just not to score on the power play.
Yeah.
What type of curse has come over them? Because they just can't buy a goal. Pucks through the goal mouth. Great shots from Nick Best at the point, looking for redirections. But 0 for 1 so far on the power play today, and about a minute gone through this one.
Oliver sends it over for Stock. Best, once again, calling for it. His shot all the way over to Oliver. Oliver tries to keep it alive, but not able to do so. It's tipped ahead. Best with a good defensive play there to keep it away from Kiger. Minute to go on the power play. Up for Stock. Stock sends it all the way in. Trying to connect with Allen. Allen first one there. Now Best. Best is shot, deflects a couple of times in front of the net. Best has to go back and play it again. Kiger giving chase. Musher as well, and he'll send it back to center.
Yeah, that puck hit up high on Musher right there in front, just bouncing around, but finally North Hill's able to get it out.
Stock has it. Stock with Allen and Gallus. Allen over to Stock. And a goal scored for Stock. On the power play, Jake Stock. Finally, Thomas Jefferson on the man advantage, able to find the back of the net. And it's the All-Star, Jake Stock, for his 14th of the year.
Just a great drop off and a pass back to Stock as he cuts in behind the defense. Rouse, Rennebeck, a little too slow coming back, and I don't know what it is. TJ must love scoring off the rush. Even when they set it up with the power play, they can't score, but right there, you get a 2-on-2 off the rush and they score, and it's now 7-4, 3-goal lead back for the Jaguars.
Yeah, use your speed to your advantage. Thomas Jefferson does a great job of that. 7-4 with 9:30 to go in the period. Tipped along for Picola from Rennebeck. Now played off the boards. Rouse couldn't keep it. It's Spivak, the one that took the penalty to force the power play opportunity for TJ that the Jaguars and Jake Stock were able to score on. The entire first line for TJ had scored. Oliver, McGurk, and Stock. Another goal opportunity for Allen! He has another. Scott Allen, his second goal of the game. 13 on the season, lucky 13 for number 27 in a 4-goal lead.
Scott Allen with a string on his stick. Tried to pass it over, similar to what we just saw on the Stock goal, but it comes right back to him off of Spivak, who's trying to defend the cross-crease pass. And Tellerico just sliding, can't get back, tries to get the glove behind his back to stop it, and Scott Allen putting the Jaguars up by 4 now. And that was nicely defended too by Spivak, so pretty unfortunate bounce to get right back on the stick of Allen, and he, with a quick decision, able to put it up high.
Michael tips it over to Oliver, still fighting for it. Molnar, Michael, puck covered. So 8:40 remain here in this third period of play. Up next for North Hills, it's Armstrong back at RMU, the Island Sports Center, the Clearview rink. And then at Penn Trafford, at Bishop McCord, Hempfield at home, then at South Fayette at Mount Lebanon Ice Center, and then Penn Trafford to close out the season on February 26th. Still a month of the season still to go. PIHL High School Hockey in the regular season before the playoffs.
And a lot left to be desired right now from North Hills, trying to look for that first win. And they put up a good effort in that second period, but Thomas Jefferson just has that pulling away power.
Simon with Michael. Simon scores! Jake Simon, first goal of the season for the sophomore defenseman. 9-4.
And just another incredible shot from Thomas Jefferson. Jake Simon jumping up from the defense and beats Tellerico yet again. And TJ continues to put the hurting on the Indians, similar to how they did in that first game. And it's basically been, kind of reminds me of a basketball game, Austin, a game of runs.
Yes.
We saw that 5-0 in the first period, then it's 4 unanswered from North Hills, and now Thomas Jefferson again, just as I said, that pulling away power, 4 unanswered for themselves to get back up to a 9-4 lead.
So Jake Simon's his second goal of the game after entering today with none, just 2 points. So a big goal for Simon. Make it 9-4 and continue to try to put this one out of reach. It's Oliver with a shot and goes up into the netting.
And obviously this was a game for North Hills that they really wanted to dial in on because they got embarrassed last time they played this team. And a great effort in that second period, but starting to lose it now. And you know, that was something that head coach Jeremy Swegman talked about, wanted his team to play with some pride, and we saw that from the top unit. They really put it on the line there in that second period, but you know, when you try to play a full 51 minutes against Thomas Jefferson, that's pretty difficult to do for any team in Double-A right now.
Yeah, very difficult with TJ in 14 games, 12-2 overall. Jaguars on their way to 13-2. 24 points entering today, 76 goals for is the third most in all of Double-A, behind Franklin Regional with 79, Fox Chapel with 80. Fox Chapel has 80 goals, but only 19 points on the season. Foxes are in 6th place. We saw them earlier this year. Played on back for Spivak. Up to center. Played along past Oliver. Oliver gives chase to it and dumps it back in. Spivak gives chase again and tips it towards McGurk. McGurk sends it towards the front. Puck loose, but tried to be kept in by Best. McGurk carries back out to center. Good play there from Dolsky to force him back. Offside's now waved off and Stock goes after it. Stock with Oliver. Best also calling for it in front of the net. Spivak plays it ahead. McCann keeps it. McCann towards Stock. Stock on the backhand. Couldn't get it to go. Played it with a high stick.
Great blocker save there by Tellerico too on Stock. He went with that backhand as you said, but great play by Brian McCann, or Connor McCann rather, to jump in from the point. He's done that a lot this year.
Penalty coming up. Best had a shot that went towards the net, and it might have went off of Stock as well. As Stock had an odd fall and looked like he was a little bit shaken up at the end of it as well. Gonna get a tripping penalty called though.
I think it's on Stock. They were pointing at him when he was on the ice. Yep.
That's the case. 21 Stock over to the box. So on the season, TJ, we talked about the 24 points. That's tied with South Fayette entering today. Latrobe is at Kirk Nevin area ice rink. Plays South Fayette, so South Fayette and Latrobe. Big indications as to if there will be a sole possession of first place for Thomas Jefferson tonight. Greater Latrobe with 22 points, currently in third, so a big game for standings in Double-A, and that one currently underway. North Hill's not able to corral the pass with 6 minutes left in the game. On the penalty with Stock in the box.
And you can tell TJ laying off the gas a little bit there because Gallus easily could have gotten on his horse to try to chase after that loose puck behind Mushjar, but instead he decides not to and save his energy.
Trotsky's shot goes wide. Kobal with another chance, stuffed it towards the side of the net. Save made by Doherty. No rebound. That once again came off on the faceoff.
And there's Kobal yet again going hard to the blue paint on that puck that came off the back wall. And Doherty there to keep things out of the net.
So the scoring tonight, Andrew Oliver, Ryder McGurk, Jake Stock, whole top line for TJ. Half the second line has scored. More than half the second line has scored. Scott Allen, Nathan Weiss. It's Ryan Gallus Another one who hasn't scored on that line. Owen Michael has a goal, 2 for Jake Simon for TJ. On the other side for North Hills, Andrew Nazak has scored. Dylan Coball with the hat trick. Sent across towards Nazak. Nazak now plays it on the pass to Spivak. Didn't make it all the way through though. McCann tries to play it. Nazak towards Coball. And Best is able to knife it back out the center.
There goes Weiss.
Weiss chase after it. Weiss towards the net and scores shorthanded.
Well, you didn't want that to happen, and that was a case of, obviously the puck's cleared out and TJ has a break there for Nathan Weiss, but it's Tellerico. He hesitates. And if you're a goalie and that puck's coming towards you, you either go after it or you don't. And he decides to get caught in no man's land, and Nathan Weiss catches up to it and right around Tellerico, and a 10 spot for TJ on the board for the second time this year against the Indians.
Yeah, 10-4 Thomas Jefferson. It was a 12-0 game the first time that these two teams met. This is the second highest goal total for TJ on the season, the highest being against North Hills in the first matchup.
Yeah, and it's been tough sledding in this third period for North Hills, but they put up that fight in the second period, and something coming into the game that, you know, really stood out to us, something that head coach Jeremy Swegman said. He played for Bishop Canevin in the late 80s, 90s, and coached there, and they played TJ a ton.
Yeah.
And something he said you knew it was going to be a fist fight in the parking lot every time you played them, and that was kind of the mentality they were trying to bring into this one, and they kind of brought it there in the second period, but TJ just so good at pulling away.
Yeah, TJ in the third period has really made a difference as Stock goes back over to the bench. The penalty is over. 4 minutes remain here in the third period of play. It's taken away by Gallus. Gallus with Salopek towards the net, also with Ryder McGurk. McGurk shot deflected right past Salopek. A loose stick on the ice is picked up. Now Salopek. Salopek has it. Being pressured there, pounded by Trotsky. Spizak tries to play it, but instead it's Gallus behind the net with McGurk in front. Tried to send it for McGurk, but again, it's Salopek that plays. Tips it along right past Trotsky. Spivak back out the center. Nazak, the assistant captain, tried to send it back. He is able to make it over to the bench for a change with the speed of Gallus up the ice. Gallus tries to maneuver past Rouse, but sent back to center and dumped into the TJ end.
Ryan Gallus trying to take on 3 different North Hills defenders there, and moments before, Nazak just trying to chip it up and kind of a lazy play. It hits a TJ player and he goes off for a change, and Gallus is able to turn things up to the neutral zone and try to get a chance for the Jaguars rather. And just not a ton of smart plays from North Hills and leading to a couple turnovers, and that's just something you couldn't do against this Thomas Jefferson team, and a couple of those have come back to bite them.
Simon shot. Molnar tried to tip it on the way to the net. Best tried to tip it back. It's been Best that's been tapping his stick on the ice numerous occasions, especially in this third period, really wanting the puck out at the point.
Yeah, and he's done a tremendous job sending it in from the point. He gets 3 assists on the night, but he wants to join the party on the goal side of things.
Simon shot, directs towards Gallus. Gallus lost it, got it back. Molnar back to Best. Best possesses. Best with it. Odd angle shot, save made.
He was looking for the corner there on Tellerico.
Gallus with it. Michael standing in front of the net. Instead, Molnar and Gallus back to Best. Best, his shot, glove save made. Tellerico saw it all the way. Both teams go for a change with 2:14 to go. In a 10-4 lead for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars.
Tellerico up to 9 saves. Now, I'm pretty sure these numbers are wrong. They have Urbanic with 22 saves. Not sure if they caught that he got pulled, because he was pulled after that 4th goal from Thomas Jefferson, and TJ is credited for 20 shots in that first period.
McGurk shot, doing some snow angels for Tellerico to keep that one out of the back of the net. An awkward position for Tellerico, but able to make sure it does not go behind the blue paint and cross the line.
There's a lot of been a high effort from Tellerico here. And, obviously he's let a couple of those in, but, he better get some head pats after the game for coming in this type of game and playing pretty well, playing pretty solid. And he's a guy that's a pretty flashy goaltender for them, where Urbanic's more of a steady, presence in the net. The sophomore Tellerico coming in and having to try to play on his head against these Jaguars.
You got to give North Hills credit in what was a 5-0 lead, making it 5-4, including the hat trick for Dylan Kobaugh. Andrew Nazak also scoring on that top line. As it's Polio with a shot. Rebound is poked away and out to Stock. But it's been Thomas Jefferson, just the dominant team out here tonight. The reason why they're #1 in the conference. It's been expectation for them.
And they're also missing a handful of players on defense. Schliebner, Brian Spencer.
Spencer, their best defenseman, an all-star.
Liam Mahoney also out. Lucas Blows out as well on the forward core. So TJ without a couple players tonight.
McCann's shot off the glass. That's probably a tough statement to make because Spencer and Best both really good. McCann also good. All three of those guys on a given night can be the best defenseman for Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, you can talk all you want about the offense for TJ, but this blue line for the Jaguars is just as deep, if not deeper maybe, than their offense.
McGurk out to McCann. McCann's shot deflected in. Jake Stock got a piece of it. And with 39.6 to go, Stock his second goal of the game, an 11 spot for the Jaguars. 11-4, Thomas Jefferson.
And again, it's just Connor McCann, just like the rest of the defensemen on this team, shooting it in from the point, a redirection, and it beats Tellerico.
Trosky with it. Now played up by Best towards Molnar. Molnar chips it back in towards Flume. Molnar plays it. Best calls for it and gets it. Best his shot. Save made. And in a 7-goal game, the clock will expire in the third period. The Thomas Jefferson Jaguars win it convincingly after what was a 5-4 game. 6 unanswered from TJ after 4 unanswered from North Hills. A lot of goals, 15 combined in the game, and Thomas Jefferson wins it.
Yeah, great effort there in the second period. Probably the best second period for North Hills all year, or period in itself. And if we handed out stars of the game, Dylan Kobaugh has to be rewarded one for the effort he had in that second period. But it's Thomas Jefferson again. They have that pulling away power. They have the offensive prowess that we've seen time and time again. And they're so deep with so many players getting on the score sheet tonight for the Jaguars.
Simon with 2 goals, Stock with 2 goals, Nathan Weiss with 2 goals, Scott Allen with 2 goals, Owen Michael, Andrew Oliver, Ryder McGurk, all scored for Thomas Jefferson, who improves to 13-2 overall, 26 points, remain in first place. We'll see if that's sole possession of first place, depending on what happens with South Fayette and Greater Latrobe. North Hills, the struggle continues, drops to 0-14 on the season, still in last place with no points. Coming up, the overall schedule for us, stick around for North Allegheny and Baldwin, the late game of our doubleheader here at Ice Castle. Next week, it's Deer Lakes and Bishop Canevin, followed by North Allegheny again at Upper St. Clair, right here on JRM Sports and Tenband TV. Thanks to our entire broadcast crew that made today possible, including Jake Mislinchik, the owner and director-producer of JRM Video Production, as well as Joe Wida, Gino Bonity, as well as Joey Bonity inside of our production truck, and everyone that makes the broadcast possible behind the scenes. For Nathan Breisiger, I'm Austin Bechtold saying so long from Ice Castle. 11-4, Thomas Jefferson wins it, stays in first place, 26 points on the season, 13-2 for the Jaguars, who defeat North Hills by a 7-goal margin. We'll see you in a matter of moments for Game 2 coming up next.